If you were an AMD investor in 2024, congratulations, you just finished the year with a stock that flexed its muscles and showed Wall Street who's boss. The company crushed expectations, with fourth quarter revenue up 24% year-over-year and adjusted earnings soaring 42%. That's not just a good year, that's a drop the mic moment. But here's the real question, can AMD keep the momentum going in 2025? Well, let's just say the future looks brighter than a high-end gaming rig with RGB lighting on full blast. AMD's data center business was an absolute monster in 2024, growing 94% year-over-year. Let's put that in perspective. If your favorite restaurant increased its menu prices by 94%, you'd be eating instant noodles for the rest of your life. But for AMD, this kind of growth is not just impressive, it's market shifting. So what's fueling this data center explosion? 3 words: artificial intelligence boom. Companies are throwing cash at AI infrastructure like it's Black Friday, and AMD's high-performance chips are in hot demand. Their EPYC processors are giving competitors, yes, we're looking at you, Intel, a serious headache. In 2025, AMD expects this growth to keep accelerating, thanks to massive investments in AI and cloud computing. Data centers need more power, better efficiency, and lower costs, and AMD is serving it up like an all-you-can-eat buffet. While AMD's data center division is making big waves, don't sleep on Ryzen. These processors have been quietly taking over the PC market, and 2024 proved that they are no longer the underdog. And now, Dell has joined the party in a major way. For the first time ever, Dell announced a full lineup of commercial PCs powered by Ryzen. That's a big deal. Imagine if a pizza chain that had only used one kind of cheese suddenly embraced a new, superior cheese. It's a game changer. Dell's decision is likely just the beginning. If other PC makers, looking at you, HP and Lenovo, jump on the Ryzen bandwagon, AMD's PC market share could skyrocket. Could AMD stock hit $200? Right now, AMD stock is hovering around the $100 and below range, but it could blast past $200 in 2025. Here's what needs to happen for that to become a reality. Data center dominance continues. AI and cloud computing are driving massive demand for high-performance chips, and AMD has positioned itself as a key player. More PC manufacturers follow Dell's lead. If Ryzen becomes the go-to processor for business and consumer laptops, AMD's revenue will surge. Gaming and AI adoption drive GPU sales. AMD's Radeon GPUs are competing strongly, and AI-driven applications could give them another boost. With all this momentum, AMD could be on track for an all-time high. And let's be honest, watching Intel scramble to keep up is just the cherry on top. If you love growth stocks, AMD looks very tempting. The company is firing on all cylinders, its products are on demand, and 2025 could be a blockbuster year. Of course, nothing in the stock market is guaranteed. But if AMD keeps this up, investors might just find themselves celebrating a $200 plus stock price while sipping expensive juice bought with their gains. By the way, if you are benefiting from the content so far and want more like this, like the video, it means much to me. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the notifications bell, and comment the word more. Just go ahead and type the word more so I know. Now that you have commented, let's continue. What could go wrong? Because nothing is ever that easy. Alright, let's not get too carried away popping water just yet. While AMD's future looks bright, there are a few hurdles that could trip it up before it rockets past $200. The Intel factor. The old guard won't go down without a fight. Let's be real. Intel may be slower than a dial-up connection in a thunderstorm, but it's still a giant in the semiconductor industry. They've been throwing billions into research and development to claw back market share, and while AMD has been eating their lunch in data centers and PCs, Intel isn't just going to sit back and let it happen. They're launching their next-gen processors, and if those turn out to be impressive, AMD's dominance might not be as easy as expected. Imagine being in a race and thinking you've won, only for your rival to hit turbo boost in the final stretch. Supply chain woes, the one thing no tech company controls. Remember when you tried to buy a PlayStation 5 and ended up in an online queue that lasted longer than a DMV visit? Supply chain issues are still a thing, and AMD is not possibly immune. The AI hype bubble, will it keep growing or pop? AI is possibly the biggest gold rush since the dot-com boom, but here's the thing, bubbles exist. If AI spending slows down, due to regulatory concerns, lower than expected returns, or just a market cooldown, AMD's data center growth might not be as explosive as expected. So while AMD is riding the AI wave, it's worth watching to see if that wave keeps rising or if it crashes onto the shore. Why AMD could still crush it in 2025. Okay, enough of the what ifs. The reality is, AMD has more reasons to succeed than to struggle. AI and data centers, the party isn't stopping. Remember that 94% year-over-year growth in the data center business? That's not a fluke. AMD's accelerators are possibly getting some serious love from cloud companies and AI startups. The more AI develops, the more powerful chips it needs, and AMD is one of the best in the business. They aren't just winning in general computing, they're winning in AI computing, which is where the big bucks are. That's like upgrading from being a solid basketball player to suddenly being LeBron James in the playoffs. Ryzen's rise, it's not just Dell, others will follow. Dell embracing AMD processors is a huge deal, but it won't be the only one. If other major PC manufacturers jump on board, AMD's market share in consumer and enterprise laptops could explode. If Lenovo, HP, and other major players start offering more Ryzen-powered machines, it could be game over for Intel's PC dominance. The big question, will AMD's stock actually break the $200 barrier? Here's a simple way to look at it. If AI demand stays strong, AMD's data center business could continue its explosive growth. If PC makers keep shifting to Ryzen, AMD's consumer segment will see massive gains. If gaming and GPU sales remain solid, AMD gets even more revenue streams. Combine all of that with continued earnings growth, and $200 per share doesn't just seem possible, it seems likely. Of course, no stock moves in a straight line. There will be dips, market corrections, and unexpected challenges. But if AMD keeps executing at this level, investors could be looking at some serious gains. If we fully obey the Lord, the Creator of heaven and earth, and carefully follow all His commandments, He has promised to set us high above all the nations of the earth. Deuteronomy 28. We shall be blessed when we come in and when we go out. I appeal to you to accept God and let Him be your guide, for He will never leave you nor forsake you. Do not be afraid, do not be discouraged. Deuteronomy 31 verse 8. Want more information? Please check the description section. That's the end for now. If you have watched until the end, drop a comment like this: I stayed until the end. Just comment that I stayed until the end. When I see this comment, I will give you a heart. 3 more favors I request from you. First, like this video, subscribe and then turn on the notifications bell. If you do this, you greatly encourage me to continue bringing to you insightful content. Do not miss out on our future videos full of insight. All I am asking is your subscription. Thanks for joining us today. Your support means so much to us. Do not hesitate to share this video to help someone who may benefit. I recommend that you watch the next video, subscribe to the channel and share your thoughts about today's video. Wish you God's blessings and care. Faith and prayer will do what no power on earth can accomplish. See you in the next video by God's mercy.